And hello to all my friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'm doing your quadrants video, extrapolating the entire year out for your sign. This is a deep dive into divination. This is something I usually don't do because 6 months is usually what I can gauge very, very accurately. The further you go out from that, it starts getting a little fuzzy. But this is the one time that I will actually do that, basically for the new year, for my people, taking good care of you guys here. Now, the quadrant spread itself, before I tell you more about how that logistics of that works, I have to tell you two very important things. First thing is to join the newsletter program. It's at the very bottom of my website, scottsagent.com. By doing that, you get the newsletters just once a month. There's just one email that comes through. And once in a while, I do big giveaways for my newsletter people. In the month of December, I gave away animal totem readings to everybody who wanted one. So definitely sign up for that. It's free. It's at the bottom of the website. You enter your first name, last initial, date of birth, and you send that off, and then you're in the newsletter program, so you'll never miss any kind of free giveaway ever again. The other giveaway that I do is on Facebook every single month. Make sure you follow the Facebook page. I do that every single month. It's a little different every month, so I'm always mixing it up and doing new fun things. Now, the quadrants spread itself breaks down. A quadrant is a quarter of a circle. We're looking at the circle like your year, and a quadrant is 3 months of it. So you have 4 quadrants within your 2022. So that's how we're going to break it down. Quadrant 1 will be January, February, March. After that, April, May, June. The third one, July, August, September. And the fourth quadrant, of course, will be October, November, December. So that's the breakdown of it. Now let's get into your actual sign, and we'll talk about the cards that came up for each quadrant and the things that they want you to look out for and to avoid. So let's get started. All right, Libra, I am ready for your quadrants. Here we go. We're starting out with quadrant number 1, which is January, February, and March. The tarot cards themselves came up with toxicity, dealing with toxicity, getting rid of bad stuff out of your life. And they also brought up bad habits represented by the devil card. Now, if you notice there's no tarot cards in front of me, that's because I've already done all the tarot work. Right now, I'm just going over my notes, all the notes that I took from that. So I don't have to do a long video, basically, playing with cards in front of you here for all the 12 signs. Anyway, the toxicity and getting rid of bad habits, the purging of stuff to kind of purify your life, presents itself very, very strongly January, February, and March. It's what a lot of you are working on, and it's what they want you guys to focus the most on. It doesn't mean that that's going to be the only thing going on in your lives. Of course not, but that is a major theme. They really want this addressed. They want to bring attention to it. The only other thing that they put in Quadrant 1, because I ask a bunch of questions. One of the questions that they answered for Quadrant 1 was, what is the best time to be busy and productive for my Libras? And they brought up 1. So January, February, March is the best time to get busy and get productive. So go, get to it, get moving. That's really what this is about, especially addressing this toxicity. Definitely get going on that. Also need to cut out real quick just to jump back in. There's 2 things I missed on Libra, because Libra had 2 of the things where there were major arcana cards that were like double, that I really had to pull an angel card for. In Quadrant 1 here, excuse me cutting out, but I just want to make sure I get this right for you guys. Quadrant 1 here, as we talked about, the toxicity, dealing with that, getting rid of bad habits, and dealing with basically the devil influence, things that are bonded to you here. They gave us the card of chaos and conflict. So this is you guys putting things together that it can be done. It's just a hard matchmaking process. It's putting things together that don't necessarily go together. That is very much the vibe there. So that's really what you're trying to do. You're trying to put these puzzle pieces together. They don't really fit right, and you're just trying to make it work, and it can definitely work. It's just challenging too, because things are so different that whatever you're trying to do here with what needs to be done is just so adverse that it's going to be challenging. So there's Quadrant 1 as we move into April, May, and June. Quadrant 2. I'm just kind of marking these to make sure I hit everything for you guys. There is a big purchase that comes up April, May, or June for a lot of my Libras. Usually that is a fun purchase, but it may not necessarily be quote-unquote fun. It may just be a large purchase, but either way that comes up. So if you have to plan or prepare for a large purchase and you kind of know what this might be, let's say you're due for a car soon or something like that, you can kind of plan that April, May, June would be your best window of opportunity to address that. We have a big purchase coming up there. We also have a love message coming in. That could come early. That could come as early as April, but April, May, June presents itself very good as love correspondence coming in for my Libras. Very interesting. Now let's see how some of that lines up with the questions I asked them. I asked them what the best health month would be for Libra. They brought up Quadrant 2, April, May, June, where we're at. Now, best health month, I'm not sure if that means that that's the couple months there that you're going to be the most healthy, or if those are the couple months there in that quadrant that you should be addressing health and getting things taken care of for your health, like starting new diets and, going to the doctor and getting these tests run and all these kind of things, that whatever it is you got to do. So I'm not really sure. You're going to have to kind of intuitively answer that for yourself. But that's what they answered. They said the best health quadrant is number 2 for my Libras. The best quadrant for vacation and relaxation, Libra number 2. Libra number 2. So again, April, May, June, best time to take vacation, relax a little bit, take a break. Right there. April, May, June. There you go. Answered by Spirit. That's it for Quadrant 2. Let's move into 3. Quadrant 3 is July, August, and September. We have, let's see, we have... My writing is so small, I'm almost confusing myself here. We have emotions... Oh, emotional perceptive. Okay, so long story short is that there's going to be an emotional trigger within these 3 months of July, August, September that's going to trigger you. That's what emotional triggers do. It's basically how you're going to take this. So they want to kind of pre-warn you a little bit that, something during this time frame is going to rub you the wrong way. It's going to, disrupt something, or, it's like walking on sandpaper. It's just not very pleasant necessarily. It's not, of course, all these months. This is just a situation that they wanted to bring up, kind of let you know to be ready for it. The other thing that's in there is something very good. There's the Ace of Pentacles, so this is like a brand new beginning as far as physical to the touch, new beginning. I've seen this come up for like buying a new home, getting something brand new. It could also be new health, but usually it's more something you can touch. So we have a brand new beginning of some form that enters in July, August, September for my Libras. Now on to the questions. I asked them what the best money month for Libra would be. They said Quadrant 3. I keep saying month, but I mean quadrant. The best quadrant for Libra is 3, so July, August, September is the best time to either make a lot of money or to spend money. And they did talk about that big purchase in 2, so it may just be make money for my Libras there. Quadrant 3 is going to be very hot for that. Now, this kind of lines up to it. I asked them what the best quadrant is for being courageous and taking risks. For my Libras, they answered that also Quadrant 3. So any kind of stuff that you need to just be brave about and go for, Quadrant 3 right there, best time to do that, July, August, September. That's it for there. Now we move into Quadrant 4 for Libras. The first thing they bring up is sudden change. This is a quick sudden change in your life. It doesn't really give me specifics. I have seen this for some people being a breakup, like a relationship breakup. It doesn't mean it's that, but it's the energy of that, where it's like, well, 1 minute it was there, and then the next it's not. So, it's got that kind of thing going on. We have information that you don't know right now. This is going to make more sense later, obviously, but you're working with information during this time that, you don't know the entire picture. So especially if you're taking notes for this or you're coming back to review it, it's very important to remember that you only are working with part of the facts here. The other thing that I asked them here is what is the best quadrant for them to be, conservative and play it a little safe. They said Quadrant 4. So October, November, December of 2022, good time to play it safe, not take risks, just kind of like lay low, keep it low key, keep the spending down as much as you can, and be conservative in other areas of your life as well. Now Libra in the 4th quadrant. Here's my other kind of update here. I have with that sudden change and with that information you don't know. In regards to that, they brought up the Oracle card, the Fates. So this is predestined stuff. This is stuff you have coming to you. It's less about your choices, definitely not your fault or anybody else's fault. This is just kind of the momentum stuff. This is destiny, this is fate, this is the tides, and that's what they're showing here for Libra 4th quadrant for my Oracle cards. So that is all 4 of the quadrants for Libra. I hope this gives you an opportunity to plan and prepare for certain things, because that's what tarot is really great for. I hope you have a wonderful 2022, and I'll see you soon.